Hello everyone, welcome back to cricketworld.com. Nikhil Narayan and I are back with a video looking ahead to the third Ashes Test match between Australia and England. This is going to be played at the Adelaide Oval. It's a day Test match, not a day night, unlike the previous years. And for this Test match, Australia, Nikhil have named their 11. In fact, both the sides have named their 11 in advance. This is Australia's 11 for this particular Test match. Pat Cummins is back leading the side. How big a news is that for Australia?
Massive boost for Australia, Chandresh. They won the previous Test match without Pat Cummins and without Josh Hazelwood. Mitchell Stark must have spent a lot of his energy. He's been in top form, yes, the leading wicket taker, but to have his captain back, one of the finest bowlers of his generation, Pat Cummins, is a massive boost for this Australian team. And another interesting, when you look at the 11, Travis Head is going to open, and there is no Usman Khwaja. So that's another big decision by the Australian management. Travis Head could now probably be, that could be his permanent position for the foreseeable future.
Yeah, and also not in the lineup is Michael Nesser, who bowled so brilliantly in the previous Test match at the Gabba in Brisbane. And Brendan Doggett, who made his debut in this series, he's also out because in comes Pat Cummins. And there's also a return for Nathan Lyon, the off spinner.
Absolutely. Nathan Lyon, had to come in the 11, after missing out in the day and night test at the Gabba. So not surprisingly, I mean, Michael Nesser is, just unlucky to miss out. Nathan Lyon, I mean, one of Australia's best off spinners of all time. So, had to be a part of the playing 11.
And rest of the lineup has been left unchanged, especially the fact that Josh Inglis continues to be there, and someone like a Bo Webster, who would have provided an extra bowling option, has not been chosen. So they're going with the same batting lineup in this Test match, just made changes to the bowling because it's a long series. So they need to kind of rotate the bowlers as well. Now let's look at the English lineup for this, the third Test match. Now England named their 11 2 days out from the Test match, and they have made a few changes as well. And they have also not touched their batting lineup. They have made changes to their bowling. Gus Atkinson goes out, and in comes Josh Tongue. How do you look at this lineup?
Yeah, I mean, interesting. One change made by England, Josh Tongue, right arm express pace, replacing the all-rounder Gus Atkinson, who hasn't been in the best of bowling forms of late. So not surprised by that change. What I'm surprised by, Chandresh, is there's still no place for the specialists off spinner Shoaib Bashir, and they're still persisting with Will Jacks as an all-rounder, as a batting all-rounder who can bowl off spin. They've also got Joe Root, who's actually got 70 plus wickets in Test cricket, who bowls off spin. But I'm a bit surprised that Bashir is not playing on a wicket at the Adelaide Oval, which is expected to be the most spin-friendly wicket of all the five tests in this Ashes series. That's they're doing things their way. They're doing things the way Stokes and Brendan McCullum do things. So it's interesting though. No Shoaib Bashir there in the 11.
Yeah, it's a intriguing selection by England. They've chosen Shoaib Bashir for this Ashes tour, prepared him to be part of this tour, but he's not in the any playing 11 so far in this series. Now, looking ahead to the venue itself, the Adelaide Oval. Like I said, it's a day Test match. How do you see the venue?
Yes, Chandresh. So the average score batting first here since 2020 is 286. However, Adelaide, as you mentioned, has hosted a number of day and night test matches. So that's the caveat here. These numbers also include those day and night test matches, and conditions in day and night test matches versus day test matches are very different. But average score batting first since 2020 is 286. Australia has won all the five matches in Adelaide since 2020, so that's big home advantage. England have just won one of their last seven tests in Adelaide. The pitch is, as I said, the most spin-friendly wicket they will get in this series. The numbers, I mean, Pacers have bagged more wickets here than the spinners, obviously, and have a better average since 2020, but that is mostly because of the pink ball test mostly being allocated to Adelaide. But expect spinners to come in, be a part of this match at the Adelaide Oval.
Okay, so we've looked at the venue. Now, if I were to ask you to pick out two key players on either side, who would they be?
For Australia, one cannot look beyond Mitchell Stark. I mean, the player of the series so far, leading wicket taker, 18 dismissals, average of 14, absolutely brilliant with the new ball, amongst the greatest new ball bowlers ever in Tests, I would say. Phenomenal numbers. In his the first over of innings, Chandresh, he's back 26 first over wickets in 171 instances, second only to James Anderson, who's back 29, but in many more innings, in 292 innings. Travis Head, he'll be opening now, very, very dangerous at the top of the order, can basically change the complexion of the match in the first session itself if Australia bat first. The leading run getter of the series with 199 runs, the stunning second innings 100 in Perth when he took over the match from England. Interesting. So it's as an opener, and he opens in limited overs formats. How he does so consistently in tests, it's going to be fascinating for Australian cricket. So Travis Head at top of the order, very, very dangerous. As far as England is concerned, I would go with Joe Root. He finally got a test 100 in Brisbane, his first test done in Australia, the number one test batter in the world. We all know his numbers, the second highest run getter in test history after the great Sachin Tendulkar. And then for England to do well in this match and bounce back, they have to strike with the new ball, and therefore Jofra Archer becomes very, very crucial. He was brilliant with the new ball in the first innings at Perth, but looked a little spent at the Gabba. Just 3 wickets in the next 3 innings after that initial burst in Perth. He needs to make an impact with the red cherry, bowl with pace, venom, be hostile, because he's key. He's key for England with the new ball.
If I had to ask you one to pick out one key battle that will define this test match, what would that be?
I think it will be between Travis Head and Jofra Archer. Travis Head, now that he's opening, Jofra Archer with the new ball, head to head. Actually, Travis Head has had the dominated this rivalry in 10 innings. Jofra has only dismissed him once. Head is averaging 49 against him. But this could be a defining battle: Travis Head versus Jofra Archer.
Okay, and if I were to ask you and pin you down and ask you who is winning this test match, is it Australia who's going to seal the series, or will England make a comeback in this test match?
Well, Australia start favourites. Chandresh, Pat Cummins is back. They have not they've won their last 5 tests at Adelaide. England is 0-2 down. However, if any team can bounce back, it is this England team. In the last Ashes at home, they were 0-2 down. They drew level 2 all. So there is recent history. But Australia do start firm favourites.
Okay, let's see what happens in this contest. Let us know what you think about this test match in your comments. Remember to like, share, and subscribe and be part of the conversation that Nikhil and I are having right here on cricketworld.com. That's it for now. From both Nikhil and myself, it's goodbye and God bless.